Hello and welcome to the AH-64 Longbow projects. This is a tutorial that will go over the startup, the weapons and how to fire them, the configuration of the loadouts through the Eden editor, and the shutdown process after that, or before that, sorry. So what we're gonna do is get into the uh, Apache. In order to work the weapons, you do need a pilot, a gunner, sorry, just a gunner. Um, this can completely be used solo. You don't need a gunner, a physical person to be a gunner. You could just have them be an AI. I'm just going to close the pilot door and do this again. So, let's go into open our controls. What we want to look at is down here, not in configure add-ons, just in the regular Arma stuff. What you want to get familiar with is all of these controls. This one is, oh, I don't know what happened there. Sorry. This one, crosshair action, you want to bind this to something. This will allow you to select buttons inside of the cockpit. Okay, this will allow, I have mine set to space. I don't know about you guys, but whatever floats your boat. Get familiar with all of these. Okay. Uh, these two, I am still learning on what they do, but what I bet you would use mostly is this, this, and this, along with the crosshair action. So what we want to do, as you see a little crosshair on my screen, is do rudder brake, battery toggle, APO, engine 1, engine 2. Now, what I could say is this, you could skip this entire process by just pressing shift, and then you could just, move that to idle. But what I highly suggest you do is wait for these two to say 23.0 before doing anything else. That's all I highly suggest you wait before doing anything else, because I don't know if that's a glitch or not. It might break in the future. I don't know. So, oops, sorry. Now what we're gonna do? So we got that on. What I want you to do, go to your bottom right, and it says AH-64D monocle. Activate that. We should see this. This should pop up. Now, what you want to do is move this to idle. Wait for that to get to a steady signature of 67.9, and this should say 500. This should level out at 003 or 006, either or. I don't know. See, all these are level now. What you should do, always, do not go above 100 torque. It will start to cause engine problems. Okay, you don't want torque to be over 100 for a long period of time, or you're going to start having engine problems. Now what you want to do is do this. These are your fire suppression systems. Then you want to test them. Now, I think if it's under audio and I do effects, I do that lower. Will it be? Yeah, you can't hear it. So it's primarily, if I do max volume, you're gonna hear this helicopter very loudly. So, and we can just put that back into its normal area, where it had it, and how loud it was. And we can do this. Put it back into a normal state. Now, what I want you to do is go to your, right here, see this? This is your engine management. This is your fuel. Endurance, fuel flow, and your total fuel. in the top left of your IHADs, there will be a percentage. Oh, sorry. Actually, in order for that to work, we have to push that up to fly. As you see this percentage, it rises up, and near fuel flow, everything changes. What you want to do? Go to FCR, make sure your radar is on. Now there's a thing called C-scope. Okay, I'm gonna look over there. There's nothing over there now. I do C-scope. There we go. Symbols pop up. Now the circles mean it's wheeled, and the tracks mean they're these mean they're tracked. Okay, those just mean they're tracked. You can go down here and see what we're gonna do is go to TSD, put that into attack, zoom it out. I will create a mission that has every single one of each item, so you can see one of each symbology. So maybe some things will reappear. Some things will. Some you'll see multiple symbols because I'm placing one of each. Um, all of it will be unarmed for your sake. Now, what we want to do is go to ASC, auto page on, standby on, and let's put that on standby as well. So this is your radar jam. That'll jam any radars or attempt to jam any radars. This is your IR jam. We'll attempt to jam any IR signatures. That's good. Now, one more thing, anything? No, we're fine. Okay, now we're going to go over to our left panel. We're going to go to our weapons tab. Now, if you press 4, that will arm and disarm your weapons. We're going to be using our gun for today. I think. There we go. Oh, there you go. We're going to be using our gun for today. Now, we are in HMD mode. Now, what do you do in HMD mode? What will happen in HMD mode? What will happen is your gun will follow where you look. But note, there is a limit to where it can fire. As you see, this is EL limit, which means elevation limit, and AZ limit, which means azimuth limit. Can't look that way, can't look that way. Now, what we're going to do is just fire at that. See? All good. What I'm going to do... I'm just going to set these to respawn. As don't know how to do that in the Eden editor yet. So I just give myself Zeus and do it. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna flip around now. And now if we look at our left here, this will say NVS mode. Hold on. Why are my textures a little bad? If I turn up my textures a bit. Nope. Video. Textures high. Let's do them on high and see if that fixes anything. It does lower my FPS a bit, but we can now see properly. NVS mode. See? Now, with NVS mode, it's going to be a little inaccurate. So you're going to have to aim, ahead of your target, even if it stands still. And it also has a very limited distance to, that's a very limited distance it can look. So if I do this, see how I'm shooting right on it? Yeah, it's shooting short. We're gonna have to. Now, with the gun, there are burst rates, 20, 50, and 100. Now, I don't think all works yet if I do that, but you can go to 100. I think it's best if I use 20, personally. I use 20, so that's best for me. Now, I'm going to do this again. Burst rates, I'm just going to just do this. It's best if I show you instead of explain it to you. I was holding the trigger down the entire time, but it stopped after I fired 20 bullets. See? There we go. Now, what we're going to do is switch to our rockets. Now, what you're going to see is it's going to say pylon limit. What it means by pylon limit, these have vertical guidance. Well, a limited vertical guidance, such as they can look up and down. Note that this is called the I-beam. This is not where they're going to hit. This is basically where they're looking. The rockets are going to shoot somewhere where the diamond, between the top of the eye and the diamond, depending on your speed and how you're looking and stuff, where your nose is. See, I'm not very good with the rockets. That's why I stick to, the Hellfires that we have, but I'll go over that in one moment. With the modes of the rockets, I think this is pretty accurate. Let's see. It's not as accurate as I would expect it to be. I mean, hold on. It's a little better, but I wouldn't use it. I'm just seeing what it will hit in certain modes. Certain modes have certain features for your weapons. Like I said, there are 2 modes I don't know much about. Okay, so that is your rockets basically. Okay, now what we're gonna do is get some distance away. Now, we're gonna go back to our controls. And we're gonna look at LRFD second detent lays. Now, with the lays, you have to hold it down the entire time. Now, what I would use the lays for is, to just shoot. Sorry, is the lays is for close range targets that are like, that's what is it? Close range targets that are, not heavily armored. Don't know why Alexa turned on, but okay. Now, what we're gonna do is hold G. See that? That square pops, but the missile will not track after a certain angle. But the thing is, you can fire a missile, keep it lased, but also go out of that angle. It will just not track if you fire outside of that angle, if you understand what I'm going at, getting at here. So if I do this, let's say do this. Okay, hold on. So if I fire, and then go out of that range, it will track still. See, it will still track. But it's best if you just, you have a better chance of just firing it, having it keep lased. So what we're gonna do is come on, get to a steady position. Keep the heli over here, and then lace our target. My hands are not, it'd be really cool if the helicopter stayed steady. As you see, my torque right now, it's pretty fine, but it will slowly start to climb, as you see. Splash. See, that's pretty cool. If you want to shoot through it, you just slightly aim above. See. I think it missed. Might have missed. Now, you see we're out of laser guided. Okay. No worries. What we're gonna do is press F. Now, we're in our radar guided. If you want to lock your radar guided, like you would normally do, press R, switch to your targets. But if you want to select the target you are looking at, press T. See? Now, we're going to go into FCR mode, which is Shift 4. FCR mode. Now, our Hellfires will track a random target. You can also fire and forget these. It's not that, you can fire and forget these. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. See? Almost at this rate. Now, if we stay in FCR mode and go to our gun, we can also have our gunner swap targets. Light that stuff up, you know. He can light it up. Swap targets, light it up. We're just gonna fly over again. Let's activate this, because I'm just gonna try and see how. Mainly want to use see-through mode or MVS mode. I like to call it see-through mode because it's, you know, cool. Sounds cooler that way. You want to see that? It's gonna keep target. See? I'm gonna keep steady on that. Alright, now, what we're gonna go through is the editing of the loadout through the Eden editor. You can reload this through a ammo bots with Zeus, but I truly don't know how to do that. I'm just, you know, giving you the basics of the controls and stuff like that. This will all help you out here. Now, let me note, the only missile, apparently, that is laser guided, radar guided, is the AGM-114K. That is the only one that is radar guided, as there will be like 4 or 6, nope, there will be like 8 or 6 different missiles you can put on the pylons. So what we're gonna do is just put this down real quick. Now, I'm not good at landing, so I'm just gonna put it down. Oh, well, we can now demonstrate what that looks like. Well, this is what the fire is gonna look like. Let's go hurry up and get in there before it cooks off and we all die. Come on in, get in. Alright, now we're gonna demonstrate a ready, discharge. I think it put it out. Since I stepped out of the vehicle, it said, yep, it automatically put it out. All you have to do is press the button. See, all you have to do is press that button. It'll discharge. This is also your reserve one. Oh, our APU is gone. Oh, come back. See, these are all ready. Now let's head into our Eden editor. Okay, now that we are in the Eden editor, I will demonstrate to you how to change the weapons. Just like this. I'm going to right click and then select attributes. And we're going to see pylon settings. You see, all of these I have are missing. Now, I genuinely think, I really think these are what I have to pick. If I want, yeah, see, that could happen. You don't want that to happen because it looks weird. But you can, customize what missiles you want. Now, if I do empty, let's see what that does. Yeah, I will get rid of that one. You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, see this empty. We're gonna do all laser guided. See, all of these are laser, but this one is razor. This one is radar. The AGM 114 L is the radar guided ones. Sorry. What we're gonna do is just empty this, and then empty this. What I'll do is do one of each on each pylon. Oh wait, nope. I'm supposed to be doing all and yes, on this one. Fleck, fleck, and then fleck. H. And for this one, we're gonna do the M1 51H high. Right, so see this? These are all the types of missiles we have here. Oh, almost ran that guy over. Now that's how you do it in Eden Editor. In Zeus, with the ammo pack, you're gonna have to figure that out yourself. I don't know how to do it. I'm super sorry about that. So now we can do. I change that to do okay. It changes that. Okay, but that's what they all look like if you did that. You can mix and match these. You can mix and match these. So let's do trip. Oh, tributes. And do MPSM. You know, H AGP, and then black. Yeah, that looks. That really doesn't show this difference, but let's try another one. This is the M1 5-1s. See what that does. Okay, see, this does all this. All these different types of missiles. See, different deaths. So, I think I could demonstrate. Well, now we can do the shutdown process. Should have done that before, but we're just gonna go in now with our shutdown process. Gonna bring it. Oh, you could also turn off the APU when it's like in flight and fly. You turn off the APU, and that will still the IHADs will still work. I think it's in idle. You gotta idle. Bring both engines to idle first. Yeah, that's when APU turns off. You bring both engines to idle, and you both. Then you put them in off. The engines will start to slow down. Now, what you're gonna do is do engines 1, 2 off, battery toggle, and your rotor brake. See? Now, this was your tutorial on how to fly the AH-64 Longbow project helicopter and its basic weapon tutorial. Bye, Ryan.